Hi, this is Mato. Welcome to my online chess lecture. In this video I will show you a game between Siegbert Tarrasch and Theodor von Scheve. This game was played in Leipzig in 1894. Tarrasch had white pieces and he started with d4. Von Scheve played d5, c4, the queen's gambit, e6 declined, knight to c3, knight to f6, knight to f3, bishop to e7, bishop to f4, c6. Let's take it back. In this position, white also plays bishop to g5, and after castling, white plays e3, and then sometimes black plays knight to e4, trading the dark squared bishops. Back to our game. Tarrasch didn't play bishop to g5, he played bishop to f4. c6, e3, knight from b to d7, h3, knight to e4. And according to Tarrasch and his annotations, this was a bad move. Knight takes on e4, d takes on e4, knight to d2, and now bishop to b4. This is a second bad move according to Tarrasch. Tarrasch played a3, asking a question, bishop takes on d2 check, queen takes on d2, and white has a bishop pair. Later on in the game, black will have a problem on the dark squares. Von Scheve castled kingside, queen to c2, defending the pawn, bishop to d6, attacking the rook, rook to e8, and Tarrasch castled queenside, knight to f6, bishop to e5, black dark square bishop is gone, and white dark square bishop is now dancing on the dark squares, unopposed. Bishop to d7, f3, pawn takes pawn on f3, g takes on f3, and the g file is now open for the white rook. b5, rook to g1, rook to f8, rook to d2, rook to f7, rook from d to g2, a5 intending b4, maybe. Queen to f2, intending queen to h4, but now knight to e8, stopping queen to h4. But Tarrasch played this clever move, rook to g5, and the queen is still going to h4. Queen to e7, let's take it back. If b4, then queen to h4, and after b takes on a3, b takes on a3, queen to e7, c5, and white is better. Back to our game. So, von Scheve played queen to e7, intending b4. Queen to h4, but now instead of b4, knight to f6 was played. Let's take it back. Von Scheve didn't like this variation. b4, bishop takes on g7, knight takes on g7, rook takes on g7 check, rook takes rook, queen takes on e7, rook takes on g1, queen takes bishop, rook takes on f1 check, king to c2, and this is a position where the queen is better than two rooks. Back to our game. Knight to f6, white to move. How would you continue if you had white pieces? Tarrasch played queen to h6. The black pawn on g7 is shaking. Rook to a7. White to move. How would you continue now? Are you ready to see the move? Tarrasch played this very cool move. Bishop to d6. A deflection tactic. Deflecting the queen from defending the pawn on g7. Queen takes on d6. Let's take it back. How about queen to e8? Then one line goes like this. Rook takes on g7 check, king to h8. Rook takes on h7 check, knight takes on h7. Bishop to e5 check, rook to g7. Queen takes on g7 checkmate. Back to our game. Queen takes bishop. The black dark squared bishop accomplished his mission. Rook takes on g7 check. King to f8. Rook takes on h7, discover check. King to e7. Rook takes rook check. King takes rook. Rook to g7 check. King to e8. Queen takes on f6. Player with the black pieces resigned in this position. White is threatening rook to g8 check. If the black queen goes to f8, then queen to g6 check. If king goes to d8, then rook to g8, and after queen takes rook, queen takes queen, and I guess we can stop here. At move 11, I mentioned that white had a bishop here. Interestingly, white light square bishop never moved, but his brother, the dark square bishop, was the star of the show. What do you think of this game? And that is all. I hope that you enjoyed watching this video. I wish you good luck with your chess, and bye for now.